You got, Dances with Wolves. You got all these things that go back into history, showing you what was going on, what they went through in the time of war. Persecution. You got the Salem witch trials. You got all these things that you have to give you a visual of how it's gonna be in this time, man. You got certain movies that have the ICBM missiles being ignited. You got Terminator. You got all these different movies to show you. You got movies that have to do with plagues. You got what was that movie with Sandra Bullock where they couldn't see these demons? If you looked at it, they would fucking bug you out. You would die. But you got shit like that are gonna be out here, man. You gotta walk by faith, not by sight, man. You gotta use proper discretion. You gotta use proper judgment. And that's why the Lord said, hey, I gave you the things that you need to avoid punishment. Walk by faith, not by sight. Don't follow the ways of the heathen. Learn not the ways of the heathen, man. It says, the trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men, so that one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice. See? People are going to be dying left and right, man. It's going to be a great destruction in this time. Great death. Dearth. Pestilence. Everything, man. It says, For of a city there shall be 10 left, and 2 of the field which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the cliffs of the rocks. As in an orchard of olives upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Or as when a vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so in those days there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search their houses with the sword. And the earth shall be laid waste, and the field thereof shall wax old, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. You see? It says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. And the wars, right? In the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh, and are not slack. As when a woman with child is in the 9th month, bringeth forth her son within 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb, which pains, when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And nothing's been slack, nothing's been prolonged, nothing's been, abrupted, interrupted. Everything's going according to plan of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. It's happening in its own beautiful time. It says, even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. On that side, and on this side, in the western hemisphere, man. That's what's coming. Death and destruction, man. And that's just what it is. Because you're going to have a deliverance. Simultaneously, there's going to be a deliverance and a destruction. That's just what it is. The Bible speaks about it. Matthew chapter 24, Luke chapter 21. Okay? Mark 13. Talk about there's going to be simultaneously a deliverance and a destruction of the godly and the ungodly. Okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and end it with that. Hope it was edifying to some of you brothers out there. Y'all brothers stay strong. We're in the last days, man. We've been saying, I've been out here for 10 years. I've been saying the same thing. The Bible says the same thing. But you know what? It's all going to be worth it at the end, man. We got to hold on to our faith, keep the faith, keep fighting, keep pushing. We're going to be faced with certain obstacles, certain mindsets that are going to be trying to playing on our spirit, our thoughts, playing on our spirit. We got to fight it, man. Combat it by way of the scriptures. Stay within the brotherhood. Watch the videos of the brothers. Prayer. Fasting. Doing whatever we got to do to stay in the faith, man. And pray ultimately Yahweh Bashim Shai keeps us. At the end of the day, it's the elect. The elect are always going to triumph. So with that, hope it was edifying. Shalom.